Our featured team fight today comes from a scrimmage in its final reaches as they engage in sudden death on King's Row. Taking a look at the offensive lineup, we have Pharah, Soldier 76, Mercy, Lucio, and a pair of Winstons. The defense is running Mercy, Zarya, Reinhardt, Pharah, and a duo of Reapers. With a little context, the offensive team wreaked havoc in the last push with a Winston, and as such the defense has anticipated his return and countered with the multitude of Reapers. Leading into the fight, the defense is favored based on these team comps. For the offensive, the plan is pretty simple. Soldier 76 and Pharah harass the front line and try to get damage through to the squishier targets, but maintaining positioning between the supports and the opposing team. The pair of Winstons are then used to jump onto the back line in tandem, clearing out the supports, or at least scattering the defense. The defensive plan is a little more complicated. Zarya and Reinhardt sit back on the point doing what poke they can, but predominantly protecting the Mercy in the hope for an early resurrection. The Pharah is then looking to put damage onto the backline for an early pick, and then maintaining aerial superiority for the on-site brawl. The plan with the Reapers is to flank the back line, and clean it up before the fight gets too heavy, anticipating a Winston will be protecting the supports. As this offense gets underway, we're looking for a very quick push now because there's no Reinhardt for that steady push, and the sound boost comes out as the double Winston jump over, going ham on the back line, but that double Reaper is trying to do a lot of work, hasn't managed to pay off as those Winstons are staying very high on health, as Sir Danny does drop first, and that is two. Valkyria does trade onto Zitello, so we won't see any offensive res in any quick order as these Winstons are doing a lot of work. Hound drops down as well, and Koza going very low as he drops. Valkyria drops as well, and this looks like it's going to be a strong point as Odin drops pretty close to an ult, but not close enough as this point looks very strong. Now let's break down this fight. The first thing we notice is the defensive setup. With the flank in mind, we see a Reaper hiding in the cinema and his twin upstairs closer to the alleyway. While this is a good positioning to get to the back line, it offers no help in terms of protecting the team due to their extension away from the control point. We also see Reinhardt and Zarya on point, positioned between the choke and Mercy. Pharah is maintaining verticality and poking the front line. As the offense pushes past the bus, we see a duo of Winstons jumping over the choke point. With this visual cue, the defending Reapers spring into action, attempting to take out the back line. However, the Lucio speed boosts the team through the choke point, thus rendering the Reapers well out of position, unable to contribute to the fight. Setting up this far forward was a mistake, and they will pay for it with their lack of mobility. With the fight effectively a 6v4 for a brief moment, the Winstons go to town on the Reinhardt, while a Reaper gets cleaned up, distracted in trying to get to the Winstons. As we turn to the Mercy positioning, we see an excellent demonstration from Odin, who stays behind the Reinhardt and Zarya, quickly charging up the resurrection. The same can't be said for the opposing Mercy. Under the impression that they had breached the front line, she sits well into the rear of the team, damage boosting Soldier 76. Subsequently, we see her picked off by the returning Reaper as she lacks protection from the Winstons. While this was unexpected positioning on the Reaper's part, the Mercy was still not placed correctly. Having no control or vision of the hotel, a flank was highly likely from the so far unidentified 6th man. Instead, Mercy should have been in the air with the Pharah, with the lack of opposing hit scan characters, or on this left side. With the Winstons taking the bulk of the damage, this would allow her access to their health pools to quickly charge an ultimate. We then see the defensive Pharah take flight above the control point with the aim to stall as her team below has gotten cleaned up. Watching the rocket trails, her focusing is questionable. The Pharah targets the Winstons, who is still above half health. As Pharah's main aim at this point is to remain alive long enough for a resurrection to charge, or for a team to walk back, she should be focusing her biggest threat, which for aerial characters is hit scan weaponry. The offensive team is only running one such gun on Soldier 76, who sits at half HP directly under Pharah, one direct rocket off dying. Finally, her position could have also been improved. Instead of dropping onto the point, which is already being contested by the Reaper, a better option would have been to keep flying to the balcony on the far side of the courtyard. Not only would this made her more survivable, but also provided an escape for her Mercy, or at the very least, pulled away the Winstons from the point. Despite running a composition that is a direct counter to the offense, the defense is cleaned up with relative ease due to these positionings and focusing mistakes. As the Winstons jump off to delay the opposing team, as they should, the winning team in this fight is, as always, the team that makes the least mistakes.
Is there more to us than the words we say, the games we play? Can we know that we're not dreaming? We have this feeling that we can't explain. Do this every day.